We are back today with our first Catholic book find for 2025, and it's this one, The Saint I Knew by Kevin Wilson.
Every so often, we come across a Catholic book that is just so good or so helpful that we put it on our Catholic Do Not Miss list, and this one is our latest edition.
This one is so interesting, so unique. We are going to unpack it all for you today, so let's get started.
So the cover of this book is what initially caught our eye and piqued our interest, so we immediately put it on our Christmas book wish list.
We love the vintage pictures of the saints. You have Mother Teresa, Carlo Acutis, and John Paul II back in the day. So we love the cover, it drew us in, but what's inside is even better.
So in this one, the author tells these stories of what happens when ordinary people encounter future saints. So he puts the people there in a moment in time, but the catch is that this moment happens before the saint is famous.
For example, in 1926 in Macedonia, a young girl named Nana walks into a local store to buy some thread for her mother. This store is run by the family of Agnes Bijahu, I hope I'm saying that right, who is the future Mother Teresa.
So they end up becoming friends, and Nana and her brother David eventually end up working at the shop, where they get to know and learn from Agnes, who helps them tackle a problem that they're facing.
So no spoilers, but in every chapter, the main character has a particular problem that the saint helps with.
And these problems are still problems that we face today. For example, if you have a child who is being bullied, there is a chapter that addresses that. So we think this is a very unique and effective way to learn about the saints. It goes beyond just historical fiction and makes the saints feel very, very real.
For example, in one chapter, it's 1939, you're in Poland, and you meet two guys standing in line when the German soldiers have unexpectedly rolled into their schoolyard.
So you get to stand in line with Karol Wojtyła and one of his Jewish friends as they hope and pray they will pass the Nazi inspection.
So just imagine that. You're in line, you're terrified, you don't know what's going to happen next, and the future John Paul II is standing next to you, encouraging you. What would that even be like? This book really makes you think. Now, every time I think of John Paul II, I imagine him standing in line next to me, encouraging me. You're not going to forget these stories.
And this book also includes some new to us saints. For example, Blessed Sandra Sabatini, who was a young Italian medical student who died in a car accident, but is on her way to becoming a saint.
And she died in 1984, so she is a modern day saint. I'm not sure how we missed her, but she's in the book.
And at the end of each chapter, there is a little bio of the saint, has their picture, their information, a quote. It looks like this.
Okay, so this is Sandra's page, and it's just a really nice way to wrap up the whole chapter. So you have the stories of the saints and the regular people, and they do their thing, but that is not all. We told you there are many unique features about this book, and one that we really love is the appendix of miracles in the back of the book.
So we know that the process of becoming canonized a saint in the church requires 2 miracles to be attributed to the saint's name. And so in this book, the author lists all of the different miracles for all of the different saints.
So it is just fascinating to read. They're all laid out in the back. It's such a great and inspiring resource.
For example, we learned that one of Edith Stein's miracles was the full recovery of a toddler who basically ate an entire bottle of Tylenol, which is the equivalent of 16 lethal doses.
So you can imagine how happy that family was when their little daughter made that complete recovery. We know Edith Stein now as Saint Teresa Benedicta of the Cross, who died as a martyr in 1942 in Auschwitz.
One of Saint Faustina's miracles was another one of our favorites. A sick Massachusetts woman visited her tomb, and she heard a voice say, "Ask me for my help and I will help you." So the woman asked, and she was fully healed.
So this book is just a great reminder that the saints were real people, and they are alive and well in heaven, and they're ready and willing to help us if we just ask. So that's all well and good, but that is still not all about this book.
So after the appendix of miracles, there is a narrated bibliography, where in a very conversational, very enjoyable way, the author walks us through all of the resources he used to write this book.
So he gives you book titles, article links, movie ideas, anything you could want to learn more about any of these saints, it's in there. And it's just so much fun how it feels like he's just sitting down with you, walking you through, talking to you.
So there's a lot to love about this book, and although it's probably geared for middle or high school, we think any adult could enjoy it.
This would be a great book to give to someone, maybe a teenager or someone in RCIA who is looking for a confirmation saint. It would be great for homeschooling, or if you had a kid who had to write a saint report. It would also be a very fun and appropriate gift for an Easter basket.
Now, just be aware though, some of these saints did live during very turbulent and trying times, like World War II, so some of it's a little bit rough. If you have a sensitive reader, you might want to do some screening first.
But we just love the book here, and we keep thinking about those stories. I keep thinking, I'm in line with John Paul II. That just blows my mind.
So we give this book 2 thumbs up, and we can't wait to read more from the author.
So let us know down in the comments if you have a particular saint that you would like to go back in time and meet.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.